there are a lot of tech people across in the country, right? I mean, they come from all over the world. They are very busy, all the time. They are just working 8 to 8, and they are always solving problems for others, right? And in that doing so, they forget to take control of their lives. For them, investing is all about stocks and bonds. And many of them end up losing money. I mean, trust me, I know 90% of folks I know, they end up losing money, but still they keep on going back and keep on burning their feet. What I want to educate them is, guys, there are easier way to make money. There are passive investments into recession-resistant asset classes. You have been doing a lot of good work. You have been talking a lot. You have your own podcast. I thought I should invite you and pick your brain how you would motivate these people.
Yeah, look, how do you motivate someone? Look, I think it starts from someone who wants more, right? There's a curiosity to say to themselves, is this it? Right. I know for me, when I was working full time, my background's in structural engineering. I went to school for structural engineering. I worked across the globe. And I remember getting back I worked in London in 2008, 2009. I got back to Australia in 2010. And I remember joining a civil engineering firm company and just feeling like a small cog in a big machine. And that, for me, was my driving force. So I sort of encourage people listening to this show. Clearly, if they're listening to this show, they're already thinking about something more, right? They see their friends, they see their other, friends and family colleagues investing in real estate. They want to be able to create a better future for themselves and for their family. So clearly, there's just a little grain of salt there, a grain of sand that's starting to permeate into a big beach, right? And the big beach is going to be all these ideas. So I say lean into it. And what I mean by lean into it is, when you get started, it definitely starts from curiosity. Like, you got to be curious about something, because otherwise you wouldn't want to go and do it. Because going down this path, you've got to educate yourself. We're not talking about the traditional ways of going to university, getting a job, and working forever and then retiring. I'm talking about going out and increasing your financial IQ. So listening to these podcasts, understanding what a P&L looks like. How does a P&L work? Understanding what cash flow means. Understanding what your financial goals are. If once you start understanding that, you can then back into, what do I want to place my money? Traditionally stocks and bonds, or alternative assets like physical assets, real estate assets. And why would you invest in physical assets? Well, we can talk all about that sort of stuff. And this is why you listen to the show: cash flow, amortization, appreciation, and tax benefits. And, in today's world where the stock market's going nuts, well, you invest in hard assets in an inflationary environment. Paper assets can be good for a part of your portfolio, but investing in hard assets help protect you against inflation. So what do I mean by that? Well, if your money's in the stock market now, well, there's high inflation, right? Inflation's at 7 or 8% per month, I think it was the other day. If you waited a year on $1 million, that's not worth $1 million anymore, because inflation has eaten away at that cash sitting in the bank. Well, if it was in a physical asset, like a piece of real estate, like a multifamily deal, well, in a year's time, it'd probably be worth even more, because it's an inflationary hedge. Even if I bought a multifamily deal today, Prashant, and I made no money on it, but I sold it for what I bought it for and got my money back in 3 years' time, well, I hadn't lost any money through inflation. So all these benefits are about why we invest in real estate, but it boils back to increasing your financial IQ, having that curiosity to go out and start learning about something.
So awesome.